Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's Evan Clementino here from C and today we're going to talk about runway. Simply put, runway is a metric that tells you how long your business will survive if you stop making cash right now. So economy takes a downturn, something in your local area that's preventing people from buying your services. Well, if you cannot generate a single sale, how long will you survive? It's a measure of risk, but also it's information that helps you strategize and helps you understand what you can afford to purchase without putting your business in too much risk. So today we're going to look at how to calculate runway for your business, and also we're going to discuss why it's useful to know runway and what a good runway might look like for you. Honestly, the runway calculation is pretty simple. As long as your bookkeeping is in order and you have some accurate financial information, you need to first grab your overhead. This is all the indirect expenses that go into providing your service. So it's not the material and the labor that gets put into the specific jobs, but it's the expenses that you incur regardless of the level of work that you're doing. These are truck payments, rent, your salary, your accountants, lawyers, bookkeepers, your truck financing payments, any of the cash flows that you pay for regardless of what's going on the job site. Then I want you to consider some other expenses that you'd want to pay even if you were in a situation where you couldn't sell any more jobs. The main one is really the wages of your employees. If you have guys that you know you want to keep around for a long period of time, you need to pay them even if you're not generating any sales. So you could consider that value into your overhead calculation for the purpose of calculating runway if that's something that you want to do. So that's the cost side. Now you need to look at your current cash balance. And this isn't your checking balance. This is the amount of cash that you have that you are available to spend right now. As I mentioned in a previous video, your checking balance isn't always yours to spend. Often people are just throwing all of their money into a checking balance, even the stuff that they owe in taxes, payroll remittances, etc. So you need to determine how much cash is actually yours to spend right now. It isn't already committed to future payment obligations. And you're going to include that into the second part of the formula. So then to calculate runway, you're going to take your current cash balance and divide it by your monthly overhead. This will give you a number in months of how long your business can survive. You can then multiply that by 30 if you want a rough estimate on the number of days you run, or how long your runway is in days, but even months will do, right? It can show you, okay, my business is going to last another 4 months if I don't sell any more jobs starting today. That right there is the exact framework that you need to understand runway. And so I'll say it again. If I can't sell another job starting today, my runway is how long in days or months that I will survive before I completely run out of cash. Now, what is a good runway? The realistic answer is that it's different for everybody. It's if you're a business that's trying to secure some financing from an external lender, well, they're going to want to see a runway that's pretty long. But if you're just operating more of like a lifestyle business or a business where there's not many stakeholders, you may be more tolerant to risk and your runway may be shorter. Personally, if I was a contractor running a construction business, I'd want a runway that lasts me an entire year, because if there's an economic downturn or some other situation that prevents you from selling even one job for an entire season, well, your business will still be alive next year for when things hopefully improve. Now, as I mentioned, if you're a risk tolerant person, you may be able to survive with a runway of a couple months. Essentially that just means you're really relying on more sales coming in the future to finance this future growth, right? But for contractors who have an off season, you definitely want a runway that's going to last you through the off season, right? If your off season is January to March, you make no sales in that time, well, you're going to need cash to get you through those months. Yeah, the idea is that as you go through the year, it's kind of, you can think about your off season as some sort of hibernation, right? And you want to stockpile everything that you'll need for your off season so that you can basically survive the off season, make it through to the other side, and then have the cash available to kickstart your current year. It's a pretty fundamental metric. It's very simple to calculate if you understand your overhead and you understand how much money in your bank account is actually yours. And it is a metric it is a core metric for understanding the amount of risk that you and your business are taking on. Then when you have a question on, oh, maybe I should buy another truck, get another truck payment, well, your runway can help you make that decision, because it'll tell you how much shorter does that make your runway starting today. That's another payment that you're obligated to make in the future, and it's going to take away from the current cash balance that you have right now. So I'll leave it with that. It's a pretty simple metric for you to calculate, one that's going to add a lot of value to your decision making. And if you don't have those numbers, you need to figure out a bookkeeping system or find a bookkeeper who can help you deliver those consistently. I offer a runway metric with every single monthly report that I deliver to my clients. This allows you every month to understand, okay, if I stop making sales today, how long can I survive? What is the risk position of my business? What can I afford to incur as overhead without putting myself in a hole? That's all I have for you guys today. I'll wrap it up there. So thank you for watching. And if you like what you see, please subscribe. I'm always open to questions and comments. So leave that down below or contact me directly, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.